Welcome everyone. My name is Sukhdeep Singh Sidhu. Today I will present a critical analysis of a cognitive development of two children. One is Lime and second one is Zara, based on real life observations. This analysis is framed using Jean Piaget's stages of cognitive development and Vygotsky's social culture theory. I will explore how their behaviors reflect cognitive growth, how educators can facilitate their learning, and the differences in their developmental contexts. In this presentation, I will begin by describing the observed behaviors of Lime and Zara. Then I will interpret their actions through Piagetian and Vygotskian lenses. These theories help us understand how cognitive skills evolved and how social and environmental factors influence learning. I will also highlight the roles of educators in supporting development through scaffolding and responsive teaching as well. Case study 1. Starting with Lime. Lime is 4-year-old with interests in water play, block building, and sandpit experiments. His actions show curiosity and pattern recognition. He engages in hand-on activities that involve comparing quantities, manipulating materials, and testing ideas. These behaviors align with early cognitive development stages where children learn best through physical interactions with their environment. The behaviors of limes are pouring waters in different containers and comparing with height. Scoops size of the notice influence the number of them required to fill a jug. Creates different towers changing the forms of the blocks and see how the height of the tower is changed. Patterns acquire skills by manipulating objects by physical interactions, test of patterns, and observations. Jean Piaget reveals that Lyme is in pre-operational stage, which is age 2 to 7, which is a stage during which symbolic thought is at its bloom. Logical thinking is not yet developed. From Piaget's perspective, Lyme is in the pre-operational stage. His behavior shows centration, focusing on one aspect, like the height of water, while ignoring the volume. He initially struggles with conservation but gradually shows understanding. His activities with blocks and sand reflects the beginning of citation and classification, suggesting a cognitive shift toward citation operational thinking. Such examples demonstrate that Lyme starts to test and revise his mental models because of direct interaction with materials, which is one of the main principles of Piagetian theory. Vygotsky's analysis on Lyme, the socioculture perspective has been developed by Vygotsky, shows that language and contact with other children and teachers can have a significant impact on development of Lyme. Vygotsky's theory adds another layer to understanding Lyme. He uses private speech to think through tasks, demonstrating internalization of learning. He thrives in his zone of proximal development when allowed to explore with minimal interference. Peer interaction and enriched environment support his cognitive growth, highlighting the importance of social and cultural factors in learning. The following Vygotskian ideas were evidenced: private speech, zone of proximal development, social interaction, environmental scaffolding. Case study 2. Talking about Zara. Zara is 5.5 years old and recently joined kindergarten after migrating. She speaks slowly at home and English at school. Zara is quiet in large groups but expressive in small groups or individual settings. She enjoys puzzles and storytelling, showing attention to details, persistence, and early scientific reasoning, particularly in problem solving activities. She is particularly interested in puzzles, drawing, storytelling, and practice working up 20 animal puzzle. She also narrates fictional stories as she draws most of them about adventures. She manipulates and monitors cause effect during a STEM activity with ramps saying too slow, not high enough. Piaget analysis on Zara. Zara is in the pre-operational stage, but her behavior suggests a transition to the concentrate operational stage. She logically classifies puzzle pieces and control variables in STEM tasks, showing emerging logical thinking. Her storytelling reflects symbolic representation, which is centered to this stage. Her learning is shaped by active engagement with her environment. Piagetian ideas that come out in the behavior of Zara that are classification, symbolic role, logical thinking. To a certain extent, Zara exhibits some of the basic principles of Piaget, which point to the idea of that children are constructing their own knowledge based on the direct experience with the environment. Vygotsky's analysis on Zara. From a Vygotskian point of view, Zara's bilingualism enhances her cognitive flexibility. She uses private speech in both Somali and English, supporting planning and self regulation. Her teacher scaffolds learning through subtle encouragement, helping her progress with her ZPD. Zara's calm response to setbacks shows strong self regulation, and her cultural background enriches her learning experience. Important Vygotskian symptoms: ZPD, scaffolding, self regulation, socioculture factors. Her development pattern is used to show her how quiet learners will always be engaged thinkers, and sensitive and responsive teaching strategies will work well with them. Comparison of educator roles. Educators play important but equally critical roles in Lime and Zara's development. Lime benefits from open ended activities that allow exploration and experimentation, while Zara responds well to quiet encouragement and structured problem solving tasks. Both require individualized scaffolding and environments that respect their unique learning style and cultural contexts. Theoretical integration. Integrating Piaget and Vygotsky provides a holistic view of cognitive development. Piaget emphasizes developmental stages and direct experience, while Vygotsky highlights the importance of social interaction and cultural tools. Together, these theories show that learning is both self directed and socially mediated, influenced by maturation, experience, and guidance. In conclusion, both Lime and Zara are active, capable learners. Lime thrives through physical exploration and peer interaction, while Zara excels in intropers- introspective tasks with subtle support. Educator must recognize and respond to individual development needs. By applying Piagetian and Vygotskian principles, teachers can foster meaningful learning experience and promote each child's full cognitive potential. The teachers are critically important in their development. They provide them with individualized scaffolding and reinforce their attempts and produce climate conducive to group and individual learning. The use of these theory development by Paget and Vygotsky demonstrate the fact that in case the educators are sensitive to the needs of development, the children obtain the opportunity to use all the learning potentials. These are three references I used in my presentation. Thank you.